Oh, let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Stack Sats Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. I'm feeling a lot better today. What up, Leonard? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Leonard. Choo, what up? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. If you're in here for the first time, say hello in the chat. It's going to take about a minute after you subscribe for you to be able to chat. Once you do that, that's what you're going to need for the giveaway later today. We're going to do a 1,000 Satoshi giveaway towards the middle end of the show. And stay tuned for that. Invite your friends. Let them know. What up? Miko Ham, welcome to the stream. It's your first time here. Let's go, cowboy. Welcome to the stream. So we're going to do the giveaway a little bit later today. Sorry, a little bit later in the show. But first, we're going to jump into our first segment, which we like to call the Sat Strength. Alrighty, in the Sat Strength, we basically just cover the current price of Bitcoin, and we highlight that today you can buy 2,291 Satoshis for a single dollar. Super good deal, because what does this mean? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar has 100 cents, a Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis. So don't be intimidated by the price of Bitcoin at $43,629. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You could buy fractions of a Bitcoin, and that value you put into that fraction of a Bitcoin is going to have the same properties as if you had a whole Bitcoin. Okay, think of it as buying a piece of a property, but that piece gives you the same benefits as having the whole property. It's amazing. Okay, so that just lets you know that you can start saving in Bitcoin for as little as like $10, $20, $50, $100, whatever you feel comfortable with. As your level of understanding of how Bitcoin works and how the money system works gets better and better, you'll naturally progress towards investing more into Bitcoin. But to get started, just to get your feet wet, you could just start with a few bucks, right? To learn the technology and start learning about it more and have a little stake in it, right? And today, like we like to do most of the days here on the show, one of you guys is going to get 1,000 Satoshis, okay? Here we go. So, let's keep it going. Let's say you're walking down the street, minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and the day you could have 22.91 Satoshis, so about 23 Satoshis for a single penny. Just a different way of looking at it, right? It's not bad. It's a really good deal. When Bitcoin hits $1 million, one Satoshi will be equal to one penny, and we're off to the races at that point, right? It's crazy. It could be life-changing wealth, life-changing potential here, right? In the price of Bitcoin, in the way that, right? That's the first thing we usually look at is, oh well, if the price of Bitcoin is going up, I can make more money, right? But you'll start thinking that, and then you'll eventually graduate into looking at the world in terms of Satoshis instead of in terms of dollars, and you'll realize that you don't want to make more dollars. You want to stack as much Bitcoin as you can, because the more Bitcoin you stack, the more your purchasing power grows. Okay, yeah, that's a yellowtail. It's a yellowtail here, local to California, offshore fishing. It's a beautiful fish. It's great tasting, and I've caught a bunch on hook and line, and I've shot a bunch with a spear gun. So they're awesome fish, really cool fish. Yeah, that's a California yellowtail. Okay, very cool. All right, so let's keep the show rolling. Let's get into the Why We Stack segment, boys. Why we stack. So basically, in the Why We Stack segment, we give a little bit of details about Bitcoin, a small little piece of information that'll help beginners to Bitcoin start to understand more and more the possibilities the technology has to offer for us, right? Yes, it's a great way to store value, to take your hard-earned money and put that somewhere where it's shielded from inflation, right? When you save in dollars, the government prints more dollars and the banks issue more debt. And when either of those two institutions do that, they dilute the purchasing power of the money that you have, right? It's the same currency, right? Your dollars are not different than the dollars the bank prints. They're not different than the dollars the government prints. So if they can print money out of thin air and you got to work for those dollars, they're devaluing you. They're devaluing your savings. They're devaluing your earnings beyond what they already take in taxes and fees and all that stuff and licensing for different things in your life. They're continuing to take that away from you if you have your money in dollars, okay? And it doesn't matter if you have it in a mattress, buried in your backyard in a treasure chest like a straight up pirate. It doesn't matter. Inflation works on that money as well, right? It's about the supply. It's about how much of the supply your stack of that money represents, right? And as long as the supply of that money continues to expand, your portion of that supply is shrinking in terms of percentage of that supply. And that percentage of the supply is what gives you your purchasing power, right? The higher percentage you have of the supply of money, the more purchasing power you have. But if they're expanding the money supply, then your percentage of that is going down, okay? They're taking your pizza and they're continuing to slice it up and telling you, hey, you have a slice of pizza, be happy with it. But what they neglect to say is that they've sliced your pizza so thin that your slice of pizza is now as thin as a slice of paper, as thin as a sheet of paper, right? So what do we do to counteract that? We take the value that we're making through our work, right? Through our things that we make and sell. We take that value and whatever we don't need to pay off our debt or rent or whatever immediately, what goes into savings for the long term goes into Bitcoin. Because in the end, when you save in Bitcoin, that value is not only preserved, but multiplied against the inflating dollar. Okay? So that's why we stack. And I hit the mark right on the spot. Let's go. Okay, that's what we stack. Okay, and to continue the thread a little bit, the topic for I'll answer your questions, Mikhaim, in a second. The topic for the day is Bitcoin is a way to less stress. Okay, and when you initially start to save in Bitcoin, you might not feel that because you're trying to like put as much into it, right? But it gets to a point where you start to realize that, hey man, that little bit of money that I'm setting aside for Bitcoin, all of a sudden it's pretty significant. All of a sudden, I have something, right? If you haven't been able to save, right? All of a sudden you've been saving a little bit at a time, and next thing you know, that little stack of sats, little stack of Bitcoin, even if it's not one whole Bitcoin, that little stack of 0.01 Bitcoin or 0.001 Bitcoin, it's starting to show you the potential of your value shielded from inflation, right? The value of that Satoshi is growing. And so then you really start to see the vision, right? And you start to feel a little bit less stress, right? And the more you stack, the more that value continues to multiply because the system is broken. They're going to continue with the system and they're going to run it into the ground. They're going to try to save it, but it doesn't matter. Whoever's in office, they're going to continue to print money. They're going to continue to debase the dollar because that's the only way they can pay back the debt. So what can you do? Save in sats and watch that value continue to appreciate over time, right? And as you see that happen, it's going to get to a point where you have the option to continue working, right? Like right now, a lot of the motivation in humanity is based on money getting, right? Like being productive, working multiple jobs. Why? So you can get money to do just the basic things now, right? To raise a family, to get a place, a comfortable place to live, have a nice life, right? Well, it's almost impossible just to have a really nice, a really basic life now without having to work your fingers to the bone and multiple jobs and an Uber on the side, right? And that's not right. It's not. It doesn't make sense, right? So have we ever experienced true, like our true self, right? And we're gonna get a little bit headspace in this one, right? Have you ever made a decision in your life that was purely based on your desire for something, like as far as like what you would consider your calling, okay? Like, or was it influenced by, okay, well, if I choose this career path, I can make X amount of money, and that's gonna make sure I get a home or get married or whatever your plans are, right? Or the car that I always wanted, or the whatever, right? Or if I choose this thing, I really love this topic. I've always wanted to be X. I've always been interested in this field, but unfortunately, this field doesn't pay well, or there's no I guess there's no really big demand for that field, right? But it's something you feel passionate about. So that's when you just start doing that thing as a hobby instead, right? So so you end up making your decision based on like, well, I need to live, I need to survive, so I need to do this thing that I'm not as passionate about, so that I can just make money and live, right? Or can you, once your stack of Bitcoin gets big enough and you're throw a little background music, guys, sorry, and you're able to choose really what you want to do, and money is not an issue, then at that point you are truly free, right? You're truly free to express yourself in the way that you've always maybe never been able to, right? And that's the point. Have we ever been able to truly do the things we feel passionate about? Maybe if you're like already come from a wealthy family where money is not an issue, and they can say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to go become the best ballet dancer that there ever was, and I'm going to focus all my time on becoming the best ballet dancer, right? Or would you do something different, right? And it doesn't matter at that point, right? Because you're operating on a different plane now, right? And the difference between that kind of stress and the stress of having to pay bills and go to work to a job that you're not 100% all in on, right? How is that gonna affect you? How's it gonna feel different, right? You're gonna wake up early, you're gonna go to this thing that you want to do, and it's what you feel passionate about, right? And if your passion happens to change, if you pursue that route and you decide, you know what, this was awesome. I love being a ballet dancer. I don't know why I chose ballet, because it's just awkward. I did what I could as a ballet dancer, and now, you know what? I decided that I want to learn to be. I've always thought it was interesting to learn how to weld. I'm just going to become a welder. I'm done with ballet. I'm going to become a welder, right? First of all, you could never build a career without a lot of years to become like a successful ballet dancer, I guess, right? Performer. So if you took all the time to build that up and you were finally making money at that field, it would be cost prohibitive for you to quit that field and start on a completely new field and learn that field too, right? It wouldn't make sense, because you'd have to start over, because then again your motivation there was to make money, right? Anyway, so with enough Bitcoin, with enough savings, you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna hit this field where you're not gonna have to work if you don't want to, right? And at that point, that's when you really become who you want to be as far as like your passion and stuff, right? If you're lucky enough to have a job that you would do anyway, then you're fortunate, right? But if you don't have that job that you want to do anyway, or if you just want to do anything, if you just want to be lazy, right? If you just want to lounge and think about stuff all day or play video games, whatever, right? That's a possibility where it wasn't before, if you're saving in dollars and just working for the man, right? Okay. Anyway, so let's talk about something. Let's check out these questions here. So, like, a student can also invest in sats, of course. So there's no limitation as far as Okay, let's go through each one of your questions one by one, and then I'll show you about. Then we'll jump into our stack recap, and we'll buy some satoshis here on the show too. Okay, so how much does your setup cost? Okay, I have the microphone, and this camera is just a webcam, and I stream for other things here. I do a fishing show, and before that, I did a spearfishing podcast. So slowly over time, for the past 10 years, I've accumulated gear to make the show possible, right? So I have a light here that I use for different things when I was doing photography. And then I have webcams because I do a little bit of streaming here and there. And the microphone is from back in the day when I started podcasting. So this is probably over 10 years old, maybe 7 years old. No, it's actually older than 10 years old now. Yeah, it's more than 10 years old. That's crazy. So I've accumulated gear over time. So it's hard to put a price on it. But if I had to do the same gear all over again, it'd probably be like, this mic is probably just like about $500 worth of. If I want to replace this mic, it'd probably be about $500, $300, something like that. So the setup is makes a stream a little bit nicer, right? Having a good quality audio makes a show like this 100% better. It's more than half of the production value comes from the quality of the sound. So anyway, if you're asking because you're thinking about starting a show, you don't have to have a super expensive mic, but you do have to get that mic really close to your mouth and try to turn down the gain as much as possible so that you don't get any of the room sound. Okay, that's what's gonna make the sound really nice. Anyway, moving on with the rest of your questions. It says, how do you like students can also invest in sats? Yes. So that's a beauty. That's a beauty of Bitcoin. There's no age restriction as far as if you have a phone and you can set up a wallet, a Bitcoin wallet, then you in essence can operate on the Bitcoin network. There's no age restriction, right? As long as you have a phone and access to the internet, you can in essence send and receive Bitcoins and manage your wallet and do all that good stuff, right? So it's a really cool technology, right? You don't have to go into a bank and have an interview and show your whole credit history, have a credit history, and have your parents to sign off on something. No, it's just, if you're on the network, you're on the network. The network doesn't care who you are. They just care that you have access to a wallet or not, and that you have the keys to that wallet in order to push Bitcoin out of that wallet. Okay, let's continue on with your questions. I want to invest, but can't afford to buy daily sats, but I still try my best. That's the best, and that's all you can do, Mikram. That's like the best thing you can do is you invest a little bit at a time, and we're gonna jump into the next segment of the show here soon. I'm gonna show you what we've been doing. We started stacking here on the show back in May. We started with $5 a day. You don't have to do $5 a day, right? You can do $20 a week, right? Or even $50 a month, whatever you feel comfortable with, right? Again, the whole idea here is that the barrier to entry is so low, right? That you can do things, you can figure ways out to make a little extra cash on the side to do more than $10 a day or $10 a week or $20 a week, right? There's things you can do with your life. There's things you're doing in your life that are not providing as much value as if you took that same amount of time and invested it into making yourself more marketable to get a better job, or to just outright do things that other people don't want to do, or excel things or things like that, where your time now is converted to monetary units, and you can take those monetary units and buy more Bitcoin with it, and then over the next 4 to 8 years, or after the ETFs get approved, that little amount of time that you took to make the extra $20, extra $40 in like running a yard sale and starting to do Ubers or starting to do like the food delivery stuff, that little extra money that you took the time to do instead of sitting at home watching Netflix, right, is going to be multiplied by a lot and the little time you took to do those extra tasks to earn an extra $20, now that extra $20 is actually worth $200, right? You 10x'd it, right? To get started, right? So right now's the time to do whatever you can to get as much Bitcoin stacked as you can before all of these things that are set up to happen. And we don't know when they're going to start, but one of those things is the ETF, right? And if when the ETF gets approved, multiple ETFs get approved, you're going to wish you could come back to today and buy more Satoshis. Okay. All right. Let's keep the show rolling. Let's jump into the, and if you, Mikham, if you have any questions, sorry, let me make sure Mikham? Miquam? Is it Miquam? Miquam? I think it's Miquam. Is it Miquam? Say yes in the chat if it's Miquam. All right. Let's keep the show rolling. Let's go into our stat recap real quick, guys. Stat recap. All right, let's go over our position here for the show. Because we don't only talk about buying Bitcoin, we stack Bitcoin every day, Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And again, we started back in May 22nd with episode 1, and we stacked $5. We got 18,000 Satoshis. Look at that, right? And slow and steady over time, we increased our contribution to about $10 a day. And now we're doing $20 a day as a minimum entry each day. And we have some rules set up. If the price of Bitcoin ever drops below our average buy price, we will double our contribution. So we'll do a $40 buy. When the price of Bitcoin is above our average buy price, like it is today, then we just do the baseline, which is $20. Okay. As you can see, slow and steady, we've been purchasing Bitcoin. We have a total of $3,442 invested, and it's worth $4,636. So we've gained about 34% since May. Okay. One of these, a lot of this, a big bulk of this purchase came through on episode 100 of the show. On episode 100 of the show, we did a $1,000 smash buy. That's why our numbers a little bit popped up. Okay. So that said, that's our current stat. We have 10.6 million Satoshis. Another way to look at this is to say 0.1062247 Bitcoin. Okay. 0.1 Bitcoin is the same as 10 million Satoshis. It's just a different way of looking at it. Think of it this way. 100 cents is $1. Right? This is a cents and this is the dollars. So Satoshis and Bitcoin. Okay. So that said, the most important thing you have to worry about as somebody that's saving in Bitcoin is that your Satoshi count continues to go up. Who cares what the price of Bitcoin is doing? Because we know that in the long term, Bitcoin will become more and more scarce, while the dollar will become more and more abundant. They'll be printing more and more of that. So you'll need more weaker dollars to buy the same amount of Satoshis in the future. Another way of thinking about that is the price of goods goes up in terms of dollars, but in terms of Satoshis, the price of things will continue to go down. And so, as you stack more and more Satoshis, things for you will become more and more affordable. Okay? Instead of saving in the current money system, where the things become more and more expensive. Okay? That is the stack recap. Now, let's do what we came to do, guys. Every day, Monday through Friday. You know what time it is. It's time to stack some sats. Let's see if my browser loads up. Ooh, my browser's not even loading up. Is Swan down right now? No. No way. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna see if Swan's down right now. What? Houston have a problem. Oh, that's up. Interesting. Oh, the show must go on. Dang it. Okay, reload the page. Oh, there it goes. Yes. It's loading up. It's loading up. All right. Woo. Woo. All right. We're buying $20 worth of Bitcoin today over at Swan Bitcoin. If you don't have a Swan account and you're looking for an exchange, you want to use Swan like I do. There's a link in the chat. It's gonna get put out by the Nightbot. For you to sign up, if you sign up through my link, you will get $10 worth of free Bitcoin once you have your account set up. And I think you do your first buy. Okay. All right. So let's get this $20 preview going so I can make my notes, and then we're gonna smash that buy. Preview. Get my little notepad here. Get my notes. All right. Today is episode 126. Dang. 126. And pasting my, there it is. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you the screen where we do the actual purchase and let's see, browser. Here we go. We're buying $20 worth of Bitcoin. It's going to cost us 20 cents to run the transaction. Here we go. And it's going. It's thinking about it. Let's wait for it to actually go through. Do it. I don't know how long it'll actually take to process. Let's do it. Let's keep it going. Keep the drum roll rolling. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. Once again, stack them sats. Let's go. Hard Huddle in the house. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Hard Huddle. Welcome. You're gonna see. Oh, there it goes. What? Did it go or not? Sure. All right. The stacks. All right. Here we go. So let's do a little chillaxing music, because after you stack sats and you move them into self-custody, all there is to do is relax, repeat, buy Bitcoin, take custody, and buy more Bitcoin and take custody. That's it. And you're going to look up and you're going to say, wow, I have a nice stack. I don't think I'm going to be working anymore, right? It can happen. The more you stack, the sooner that'll happen. At this point, it's wild. All right, let's go into our spreadsheet and update it with today's purchase. Life-changing gains, says Hard Huddle. That's so funny, dude. So funny when your wife's not around, Hard Huddle. But don't let her catch you. Don't let her hear you. All right, here we go. Today's purchase was at 43,000. 43,000, man, the price is going up. $43,614, and we invested 20.20 cents, and that got us 0.00045857 Bitcoin, which another way of saying that is 45,657 Satoshis. That's how much How much Bitcoin we bought today. She left me months ago because I was so invested. Oh, dang. Hard hodl. That's the biggest mistake of her life. Biggest mistake of her life, dude. Oh my gosh. You're gonna be like the guy on that meme where the wife's like browbeating the poor dude at the kitchen table, telling him not to spend more money on Bitcoin. And then it cuts to the next scene and it's him on a boat in a jacuzzi on a yacht with another woman with a different colored hair, so you know it's a different lady, saying like day by day you're getting low sats. Exactly. Then the wife left a few months later. Oh, that's so funny, dude. That's wild. Well, anyway, it's sad. It's hard to hear that stuff, but I hope you're doing all right, and I think you will be fine. Okay. There's plenty of sats in the ocean. Dude, BTC was 16K when I told them about it. Oh my gosh, dude. Even now, you've more than doubled anyway. That's so wild. Dang. I'm a wreck, but my wallet is stacked. You'll find a way to manage that. You know, you'll find a way to cope. I'm sure you'll find a way to cope. You have the means to you'll have the means to do whatever you need to do, which is amazing, right? All right. That said, that is our stack. We have oh yeah, we didn't go over it. 10.6 million satoshis, a little bit at a time. You know, next year we're gonna start the tally from 0. We're still gonna maintain the main sheet, which is this one, but we're gonna open up another tab to start tracking just for 2024. What would happen if you started stacking daily in 2024? Okay, we might even go back to $10 a day just to make it attainable for most people. Most people, I mean, I want to speak in generalities, but a lot of people should be able to set aside $10 a day, right? That's $50 a week. Maybe not. Maybe that's too much, right? But the minimum we can do on Swan is $10. So we're gonna do $10 a day. You don't have to do $10 a day. You can figure out what works best for you, right? But remember, are there things you can do that are legal and safe to earn $10 a day, the equivalent to $10 a day, right? Are there things around your house you can sell for $10 or more, right? That would allow you to start stacking $10 a day or something equivalent to that, or some other regular schedule, right? You can continue to do whatever job you're doing now to stay afloat and pay your bills and do whatever. But do you have spare time for you to basically hustle a little extra money to put right into your Bitcoin stack? It's not going to affect your normal economy. It's not going to affect your usual expenditures or your job, right? But by going that extra step and taking that time that you would normally be spending doing other things that are not as productive or not as good for you as stacking sats, could you figure something out to stack a little harder? Okay, that's all I'm saying. Stack a little harder, right? Because the time to stack hard is now, right? The time to stack hard is now. You're gonna wish, like I'm saying, what will 10 years from now you tell you if you could come back in a time machine like Biff in the Back to the Future movie? What would he tell you? What would your future self tell you if you come back in time to today? What would he tell you? People are proud of being the first person in the family to graduate college. I'm going to be proud that I'll be my family's first millionaire. Bro. that is gonna be the title for tomorrow's show, Hard Hodl. That is such a right, and the fact that it can be a reality, dude. It's not a, you know, we're not. It's almost, I wouldn't say it's a certainty, but pretty much, right? That's so wild, dude. Like you just blew my mind right now, dude. That's so wild. You're gonna be the first millionaire in your family. That's pretty hot, dude. It's pretty fire right there. Can't mess with that. You know? I'm making a note real quick. Tomorrow's title's gonna be how to be the first how to be the first millionaire in your family. That's gonna be the title for tomorrow's show. Thanks, Hard Hodl. That's gonna be an epic title. Yeah, exactly. Thanks to Hard Money, right? And the beauty of all of this, even more beyond that, right, is that all you have to do is buy the Bitcoin, take custody of the Bitcoin, and that's it. There's no step three. Buy the Bitcoin, take self custody. Done. Right? You don't have to go and become a financial guru / investor / trading expert / lawyer / doctor, anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything that requires that much work. You don't have to go to pay for a college degree in whatever field you want to try to make money, to try to get by, to continue in the fiat system where no matter how educated you get, no matter how many degrees you hold, no matter how many jobs you can do, that money is going to continue to steal from you, right? All you got to do is take whatever way that you're using now to get money and take some of that and put it into Bitcoin and take self custody and wait. And guess what? Down the road, you're going to be more well off than the people that took all that time and invested all that money to go and get these crazy degrees and crazy jobs that eventually are going to evaporate, right? There was more value in a high school diploma 30 years ago, 20 years ago, than there is value for a master's degree these days, right? That's crazy. All right, Leonard, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. We're about to wrap this sucker up anyway. Let me do this giveaway real quick. Giveaway. I should have had this thing going while we were chatting. Okay, let's go. Start chatting it up. If you want to be part of this giveaway, you need to say something in the chat right now. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this giveaway in about a minute. Okay. So Leonard, just type something in real quick before you go, and if you win, I'll send that over to you. I have your Lightning address already. All right. Get this thing going. The past 15 minutes. Boom. Okay. Oh, there it goes. McQuam is in there. McQuam, make sure. Do you have a Lightning wallet? Make sure you have a Lightning wallet. All right, Hard Hodl, get in there. Hard Hodl. Let's do this. Let's get this Bitcoin giveaway going. We're gonna give away 0.00. We're gonna give away 0.0001 Bitcoin. 1,000 Satoshis. Perfect. ZBD wallet is perfect. That's what I use. Okay. By the way, this is up here, and this down here. If you send Satoshis to that address, your message will pop up on my face on the screen. Thanks for sharing the video. Awesome. Okay, boys. So I see Hard Hodl in there. I see McQuam in there. With that, let's go. Oh my gosh. Dang. Let me tell you effed up. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious, dude. Anyway, that's funny. That's so funny. All right. It's between Hard Hodl and McQuam. 1,000 Satoshis the giveaway. Here we go. We're about to do this. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the browser so you can see the drawing. Okay, here we go. Hard Huddle, McQuam, 1v1 me, bro. Here we go. 1v1 for 1,000 Satoshis, and the winner is Mr. Hard Huddle in the house. I knew it. Oh my gosh. McQuam, make sure you thank Hard Huddle because he has nominated you to win his winnings. Congratulations to Hard Huddle for having the best luck. Hard Huddle gets the win, but McQuam gets the sats. Okay, McQuam, this is what you need to do. You need to put your Lightning address in the chat without the @ symbol and without the period. So it would be StackSatsShow space ZBD space GG. Okay? Put it in that format without the space, without the @ symbol and without the period, so that the YouTube algorithm doesn't just take away your chat and I can't even see it. Okay, so go ahead and put your ZBD address in there. And I will send you 1,000 sats right now before we end the show. End on a good note. And remember, come back every day. And also share the stream with a friend. People that are maybe trying to get into Bitcoin that don't understand it. If you don't want to orange pill them, bring them over. I'll orange pill them for you. And you can be and you can follow up with any questions they have. Okay? All right, here we go. McQuam's on here. Let me get these sets queued up here for you. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's ZBD. If you're watching the show and I haven't given you 1,000 sats, you want to be part of these drawings, you got to show up, you got to subscribe, say hello in the chat, and we're going to do these giveaways every day. We're going to do them every day. 44 cents now. Let's go. Stay toxic, family. Let's go. Thanks, Hard Huddle. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow's Friday? Tomorrow's Thursday. Dang. I'll see you guys tomorrow for sure. There you go. We're paying it. We're paying it to. Okay, make sure I spell this correctly. MIK. UHAM. McQuam at ZBD.GG. Oh, I missed the I made it. There we go. MIKU. There you are. McQuam. Cool. Your logo has a lightning bolt on a Bitcoin symbol, right? It looks right. Okay. McQuam. 1,000 sats going out to McQuam. Share. Stack. Sats. Show. All right. Share Stack Sats Show going out. McQuam. Thanks for tuning in today. And Hard Huddle, thanks for being so generous with the sats you won. Hard Huddle wins, but McQuam gets the sats. Boom! Sent. 1,000 Satoshis. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Sats Show. Remember, bring your friends, bring your family. Have a good rest of the day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking.